What's up, everybody? Tortora and Alford, a product of Wake Up Call, standing outside the Dome as we were just in here watching this game with a sold-out crowd. And it's amazing and fitting that there's a sold-out crowd because for the first time since 1987, Syracuse has started the season 6-0, and the last time that happened was in their last undefeated season with my guy Rob Drummond, as the team was 11-0-1, back where you could tie in bowl games, and Auburn tied at the end of that bowl game. So Syracuse had a huge crowd back in the day, got a huge crowd today. Thoughts?
Yeah, the crowd was electric. The atmosphere was great. The team earned every bit of it. You know what? It was a physical game, kind of like we said it was going to be. I know we said our predictions on the score. We were just laughing about that. You know, like we got two top three defenses, kind of like Dino said, and we were like, oh, no, I don't think we're going to get 30 points. But
yeah,
again, you know, Syracuse did what they had to do. NC State, you know, basically was a physical run team, and the defense held up. They didn't give up a touchdown. You know what? And that's credit to those young men and the mob mentality that they have. And you know what? Now they can kind of focus on Clemson and see what they can do next week.
And you called out the fact that on the Sean Tucker touchdown coming around the edge, that it was the same play that Schrader had done in the past, throwing out a block.
Yeah, definitely. I was telling you about that last year. Same exact play. Sean, I think, took it for like 70 yards last year in Raleigh. But you know what? They saved it for the perfect time in the fourth quarter, you know, to go back. Because, again, like we said, both teams were kind of running the ball. Syracuse only had like two possessions. Two possessions in the second half, both were touchdowns, and NC State had it for 3 times in the second half. So it was a fast running clock. You know what? The defense stepped up, bent but didn't break, and held on for the victory.
Yeah, and Syracuse coming through, getting this 24-9 win, which keeps them undefeated as they head into Death Valley to face off against Clemson, with a potential opportunity at being the top team in the Atlantic Division in the back half of the season, with an ACC championship berth on the line, which is incredible for this team. 24-9, getting the victory in front of 45,000 plus of you wonderful fans out there. And the fans, especially in the second half, definitely had a huge part of a fumbled snap that ended up being a 12-yard loss, followed by a false start penalty. The fans in the Loud House definitely, in my opinion, affected this game.
Yeah, they definitely made a difference. You know, like Dino said, a quarterback coming here for his first time facing a crowd like that, you know, it was unfair for him. But you know what? You know, life is not fair sometimes.
And yeah, so to see this team move forward, Sean Tucker, 2,776 career rushing yards, and that has now put him 6th overall. Next up is to get in the top 5. James Mungro's got over 2,800, so he's trying to beat that. He passed the late, great friend of mine, Floyd Little, who had 2,704. He passed him on his first run of the game, a 38-yard run for 2,706, and he ended the game with 2,776. So much respect and much love to the fantastic play of just an incredible guy in Sean Tucker. Arande Gadsden, he set a new single-game career high in receiving yards, passing his former high, which was also this season, 112 yards against Purdue. In this game, he got over 140, or I think got right to 140. So shout out to Arande Gadsden for that. Garrett Schrader for staying poised despite the 2 interceptions. And like he said on the first interception, I actually had my camera out and I saw the guy move on the defensive line. So I thought it was a free play. He did too, is what he said in the post game. He's like, I couldn't watch to see, you know, the official take his flag out, but he thought that it was going to be a flagged play, and it ended up not being that. So a turnover there in the end zone, but Syracuse battled back from him. The mob, or as Michael, as he said to us after the game, they did not allow a touchdown, like Isaac said, holding this team down. Shout out to Chambers and Morris, who definitely stepped up with Devin Leary being out, and definitely Chambers on the ground too. He was the team's leading rusher, and he was their leading quarterback. But at the end of the day, we got 60+% once again from Garrett Schrader. Another huge day from Gadsden, another huge day from Tucker, and a massive day from the mob, for sure.
Yep, and appreciate the fans for coming out, over 40,000. We've been preaching that for the last couple of weeks, and they made it happen, and you can see what happens when you do fill a place like this. It just makes it that even tougher.
And Dino said at halftime, stay with us. And you guys did, en route to a 24-9 victory. So we'll see you October 29th Tortora and Alford inside the Dome for Notre Dame, and November 12th for Florida State. And we'll see you somewhere in December probably when this team continues to rock and roll. Syracuse is 6-0, but they got 6 more games to go. It's a whole new season. It's 1-0 from here, and there's a lot of great things coming up, including my one-on-one conversations with defensive end JT Gear and cornerback Isaiah Johnson, who stepped in for Garrett Williams going out and did a tremendous job. And, of course, my Q&A with Dino Babers, as well as Aronde Gadsden and Garrett Schrader. So a lot of great stuff coming up, plus our full post-game. And I got to tell you, we both wore the Dance Tour Broadcast Media shirts. Those are undefeated. The bucket hat is undefeated. And we look forward to keeping this rocking and rolling as the Orange are rolling up the hill. And it feels good.
Bowl bound, baby.
Bowl bound. Appreciate you. We'll talk with you soon.